Thanks for staying with us here on TVC Breakfast. It's now time to take a look at stories making headlines on Nigerian newspapers. And I have joining me here in the studio a journalist, Dario Dufoko. Good morning to you.
Good morning, my brother.
It's nice to see you. And lecturer, University of Lagos, Dr. Dan Ekere. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks so much, my brother.
Right. So let's see what the newspapers are reporting this morning. The first newspaper with me here is This Nigeria. APC primaries is the kicker, and the headline reads, "You must go." President Buhari orders contesting appointees. You must go. President Buhari orders contesting appointees. Daily Trust is next. To save governance, President Buhari orders Amaechi, Malami, 7 other ministers to quit. Wajiba, Akpabio comply, others weigh options. Section 84, subsection 12, unconstitutional appeal court, and ministers using state resources to campaign. That's according to investigations. The Punch newspaper is next. Ministers exit ahead primaries. President Buhari bows to pressure. APC panel may demand resignation letters. Wajiba, Onu, Akpabio tender resignation. Malami, Ngige retain seats. Action belated. Could have saved nation from drama. Sons berate President Buhari. First news is next. 2023 contest. Gale of resignation hates Buhari's cabinet as Wajiba, Onu, Akpabio quit government. Amaechi, Malami, others may join soon, and President's resignation order excludes Vice President Osinbajo. That's according to the federal government. The Nation newspaper, quit order, how President Buhari shocked ministers at Federal Executive Council. Wajiba's resignation sparked presidential action. President unhappy with Emefiele's court case. Akpabio, Onu exit. Blueprint is next. ActionAid, CISLAC, others on 2023 quit notice or notice to quit. President Buhari's directive to Malami, Amaechi, Akpabio, Ngige, others will end impunity. News Direct is next. 2023, in compliance with President Buhari's directive, Akpabio, Amaechi, Onu resign. Ngige, Malami, others risk sack over presidential ambition. President Buhari's order, Vanguard newspaper. President Buhari's order, Wajiba, Akpabio, Onu resign. President orders ministers with political ambition to quit. Ngige to consult with President Buhari for clarification. Other appointees to know fate soon. Now, Nigerian Tribune is next. Buhari's quit order to ministers with 2023 ambition. Akpabio, Wajiba resign. All eyes on Malami, Amaechi, Ngige, others. Wajiba resigned ahead of directive. I want to serve out my term, says Sunday Diary Sports Minister. Rebs Abayomi Olajide back President Buhari's order. Ministers can still be disqualified after resignation. That's according to the NBA chief. The Guardian newspaper, Electoral Act, 3 ministers resign, others in a fix. Appeal court knocks lower court on section 84 subsection 12. Akpabio, Onu media raid, obey President Buhari's directive, resign. Education junior minister resigned April the 28th. Ngige, I will consult my constituency before I resign. And late resignation may hurt minister's ambition. Stirs up legal battle over 30-day ultimatum before primaries. You can read more on that on page 2 of the Guardian newspaper. Daily Independent, still on the matter. Primaries, appeal court insists political appointees won't vote. Says they won't be voted for, can't be candidates for election. Set aside judgment voiding section 84 subsection 12 seeks provision as illegal. National economy, Nigeria may lose vehicle import traffic to Benin, Togo ports as customs insists on implementation of 15% National Automotive Council. The council levy amid clearing agents' protest. Nigeria may lose vehicle import traffic to Benin, Togo ports. Business Day, International Nurses Day. Nigeria can't keep nurses it needs. That's according to Business Day. That's all we have here. So let's delve into the newspaper headlines. Let's start with the Daily Independent saying primaries, appeal court insists political appointees won't vote. No, we're not starting with that. We're actually starting with the first news, which says 2023 contest. Gale of resignation hates President Buhari's cabinet as Wadriba Akpabio quits government. Amaechi, Malami, others may join soon, and President's resignation order excludes Vice President Osinbajo. This is long time coming.
Yeah, we all were here when the Electoral Act was passed. Very clear, no ambiguity. But Mr. President, after signing, opined, it was his opinion anyway, that a particular section of it was not too good. And he did ask the National Assembly to kindly adjust it. They are yet to do that. The act has been signed into law. INEC has announced, times without number, that this is what we are working with. The political parties know the implication of somebody, a minister for example, political appointee, sitting tight, obtaining nomination form, and seeking to contest the election. The handwritings were out there. It was just some people buying time. And a lot of credit should go to the judiciary for saving us from embarrassment, for not making us enter into another era of being laughingstocks in the Committee of Nations. Because how can we make our own laws and refuse to obey our own laws? How can our own president sign an act into a law and his ministers will refuse to obey that law? People are saying kudos to Mr. President. I don't have any kudos for Mr. President. I think this is belated. I think he would have been more in tune with reality if he had given this directive immediately after he signed. You gotta resign. If this thing now goes the other way, well, future generation of ministers will benefit from that. But not you. Now, people have paid 100 million naira. They have just been told you have to resign. So that will not resign. And that money is not refundable. You see, people are already saying they will consult. They didn't consult before. Now they are going to consult to know whether they should resign or not. See, it is always. No,
you know, they had to consult with their people whether they should run. After that consultation, they still need to consult before they resign. You know, people put you there, so you need to make consultations.
Consult with people whether you should run after paying for form.
Because the people are the oracle. Let me take it to.
And then you are going to go. Who did they consult when they were offered the ministerial position? Who did they consult before accepting?
Consultation.
This is drama.
You probably were not in the know. Daily Trust is next. Ministers using state resources to campaign. That's according to investigation. Maybe that's one of the reasons why they find it very difficult to relinquish their positions.
Yeah, it is part of it. But it is not just ministers. Practically all public office holders use state resources to contest election. Both governors and presidents. They drive the official vehicles to campaign grounds. They spend even state resources. They use all the apparatus that are available to that office to campaign, including security operatives. You know, they use them. So, on a normal day, if you are not a minister or governor or whatever, you don't need a kind of police escort that they get. And in any case, the people you want to govern are the ones you are using police to chase away. So they use those resources. Now, but with this arrangement of resignation, I think that will be reduced to a very large extent. And I think it augurs well for the state that whoever is interested in political position should resign. Assuming you are a political appointee, you have to resign your position. Then come from a very plain position. Like every other person, no one will be, given any advantage over the other. So I think that's the right thing to do, really. But again, we must equally recognize that what is going on with the idea of some people not wanting to resign, even two things are clear from there. Either that they were not actually serious about the office, or that there is so much there that they are benefiting, they don't want to relinquish. You know, otherwise, what would be the motivation for, say, I want to be president? You've even gone ahead to pick the nomination form. Then the right thing to do, leave the office and face your campaign. You say you won't do that. It shows that you are not even a serious person.
No, it could be a case of being between the devil and the deep blue sea.
And then you have to be, if you are between them, the two will consume you. If you are between the devil and you interest of all of us, let the two descend on you together so that you know what to do. Yes.
You choose one and forge ahead.
Well, according to the Nigerian Tribune, ministers can still be disqualified after resignation. That's according to the NBA chief.
Yes.
Could you help us understand?
Resignation from what the Act stipulates is just one of the conditions. It's just one. That you are serving as a minister and you have now resigned and you go for the screening. If you are found to be wanting in any particular area aside your service to the nation as a minister, you can still be disqualified. If you have criminal records, you can still be disqualified. If you have necessary discrepancies in your documents, you can still be. So it's not de facto that since you have left the office of the minister, you are now cleared. It is just something we ought to have done. Something we all ought to have done. That, as in, look, this is what our law says. Quit this office. And let's take a little trip back. In 2018, Fahimi was going to contest for governorship. He resigned. There have been people in the past, even while the law was not there, people were not sitting tight to contest elections. So I'm surprised that, and it was in the cabinet of the same President Muhammadu Buhari. He resigned as Minister for Solid Minerals. And he went to Ekiti, contested, won and stayed there. There are people who resigned to go and contest the primaries and they never won an election. Even party officials. I remember very well that Segun Oni was Deputy National Chairman of the APC. He resigned to go and contest the primary elections. He didn't win, he didn't come back. So if you are aiming for a position, a minister, then the daughter of a former governor in Gombe, Goje, resigned to go and contest House of Reps. That's the conviction. So, but to see a minister who wants to contest for president, and he is not convinced, even in himself, enough to say, look, I have to leave this lesser position for this. Then we should begin. And he was convinced enough to pay 100 million naira. So that's why some of us keep saying there is a lot of drama ongoing. There are certain things we still don't understand. If I can conveniently put together 100 million naira, 100 million naira is more than the salary of ministers in 4 years. It's
not chicken feed at all.
It's more than their minister and the minister's salary put together in 4 years. These are questions we should even be asking. The ease, the convenience with which some of these ministers mopped up 100 million naira, drop it, and
even when they are not sure of where they are going.
Where they are going.
Let me take this.
It's worrisome.
Let me take this to Dr. Danny Kere. Well, don't you feel, according to the Guardian newspaper, one of its writers read that late resignation may hurt ministers. No, reps. Okay, yeah, that's it. Late resignation may hurt ministers' ambition. Stirs up legal debate over 30-day ultimatum before primaries. It listed, different names of people that resigned when they were gone from different positions. Now, don't you think this is helping us to strengthen our democracy?
Yeah,
testing the laws.
Yeah, exactly. The laws are part of. In fact, you cannot run a democracy conveniently without strengthening the laws. In this case, a certain number of days has been specified within which you must resign. You need to resign before the primary election of your party. And those who have failed to resign within this stipulated time obviously stand a chance of being disqualified. So for me, resigning now is not even the issue. The question is it within the time frame specified by the law? Because that you are a minister does not make you above the law. So you'll be subject to the same laws. And I think that will bring up, another chance of testing the laws. And again, people must understand that the fact that your party is the ruling party does not, place you above the law as well. Because some of them just have this impression that because President Buhari is the president of the federation and is in APC, then because they are members of the party, they can do what they like. And I doubt if the man will give them such support. We've not known him for that. So they are on their own, those who have decided. And in any case, I have not really seen so many of them as people who are actually serious about the presidential election. Because to be president of Nigeria takes a lot. And you say you want to sit tight in your ministry, you expect to contest election that the entire country you canvass for
and in comparison to one of the aspirants, Asiwaju Tinubu, he's been moving from one state to the other.
Even before he went for
most of these people,
he has almost gone around the entire country.
They are cocooned in their various ministries.
So many of them are not even convinced about their own words. That's why they said they will go back to their constituencies to consult. And you've gone for the form. Meanwhile, those who are serious-minded have actually gone around the whole place. Before picking, just strategically place some people to raise funds for the party. I don't really get it, because the rates at which they are raising, bringing.
If you are willing to raise
a lot of suspicion.
If you are willing to raise funds, and then you can't jeopardize your own ambition as well. You can't say, okay, because I want to raise
the ambition. Maybe they are just being used to raise these funds. I don't know how they get this because from what is happening, it seems as if some of them were actually sent. Look at the case of Jonathan. We were told that a particular group, actually a Fulani group, they mentioned, picked a nomination form for Jonathan, only to be told that a particular serving governor actually paid the money. So was it that the group gathered the money, gave it to the governor paid for us because we don't know the way to the bank, we don't know the way to the party secretary. Some things are actually coming up as a result of this.
Some even bought the form and started looking for the person that they bought it for.
And the parties are just
man said, have you bought form for me? Have you bought, would I ask you to go and buy form for me?
Where are you? We need to give you your form. So how do you react to because of our time, how do you react to the Nation newspaper, one of the writers, says president unhappy with Emefiele's court case. You know that how that has stirred a lot of debates too.
You see, if I am the president too, I will be unhappy with him for obvious reasons. You have the central bank governor. I was here, and the INEC commissioner in charge of information and Festus Okoye was here to Skype, and we were discussing. And he dodged that question, but confirmed the fact that look, we keep sensitive materials in CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria. He said in all their headquarters across the states, that's where we keep sensitive materials. So there is no debate that Emefiele is the chief custodian of sensitive materials that are used for elections.
And
he will sit in office as the custodian of sensitive materials for elections and be one of the contestants.
INEC Commissioner Festus Okoye said that it has nothing to do with the sensitive material.
That's right.
That CBN is an institution on its own self.
But he confirmed the fact that
governor of that office of the Central Bank of Nigeria is another office.
Yeah, so I agree with you.
It has no effect on.
I agree with you. But you and I know that explanation is just convenient. Yeah. The managing director of the company have access to all nooks and crannies of the company, all materials kept. As the CBN governor, if he gives a directive after INEC has kept it there, he has a role to play in the keeping as the governor. It must be with his consent. There is no two way to it. So if he now says, after INEC has said, okay, in the midnight, go and bring everything, they will obey him first before listening to INEC.
They wouldn't even listen to INEC.
They will obey him first.
What they will listen to.
Now, such a man not only obtained the form, he even went to court. Why do you want to eat your cake and have it.
And still have it.
You want to be governor of Central Bank and president of Nigeria. So he will be leaving the office of the governor to be sworn in as president. So he can tidy up whatever is there before taking office.
Power is sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And then you talked about
There's
some of these
nothing
people using state resources. That's the man who sits atop our Apex Bank. So if I accuse him tomorrow during his campaign that you are campaigning with federal government's money or CBN's resources, how will he defend himself? What makes such election free, fair, and credible? What is equity? Equity is different from equality.
All right, Derek.
So it is good that these people have been told in clear terms, especially in Mayfield, that Oga, you cannot be putting on agbada as a politician and put tie on it.
All right, we're costing home.
The man has not really shown with this particular arrangement. But I still doubt if he truly has genuine ambition to contest for president.
And he went to court?
Yes. You see, there are a lot of strategies that these people can employ
the most serious
to get so many things done. I have a feeling that this 100 million naira they are using for this is a way of raising funds for campaign. And some of them, should they ordinarily drop this 100 million, questions might arise. So they are using the strategy of nomination form to raise funds. Otherwise, what exactly, I mean, can a Mayfield as a person win the governorship of Delta State? Is he a member of any political party?
Yeah, we have been told that he has joined.
So he joined as a CBN governor. Are you getting it? So there are a lot of issues that will eventually arise with respect to this their so-called nomination form. There is a paper that they might even on their own access online, fill, and then you pay 100 million. It raises a lot of issues. So for me, I think that the courts really need to play a role as they have always done with respect to the number of days of resignation and the rest. Don't equally forget that Emefiele was not elected. He's an appointee.
He's an appointee.
So
right. Well,
those rules are still there.
Just like they say on the streets, it's series, it's a season film. We'll continue to watch it and watch different episodes as they continue to
the court now over 30 days or not 30 days. Now they are resigning. The 30 days has elapsed.
Yes,
they are just resigning.
We'll see what happens.
Are we going to bend the rules for them?
Right. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in when the time is due. Well, journalist Dario Dufo, thank you so much for your time on this, and also a lecturer, University of Lagos, Dr. Dan Ekere. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure.
All right. Thank you very kindly.